Hey y'all, happy Wednesday on my I-78. Hope you guys have been well. We are back at it once again. At this point, we are waiting for the president. He is currently conducting some business um, with child. Oh, y'all chit chatting with his Royal Highness. Um, we got our Khalifa in the house. Listen, he bringing 17 billion with him. He putting money on the table. So we're gonna see what Trump got to say about all of this. So from what I was able to gather in regards to this, hold on, what's going on over here in the chat? I'll be getting it. What's going on, TJ? I'm mad at you, but we're gonna leave that alone. Hey 18, what's going on? Eric, as always, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. Everyone else is coming in. Go ahead, get comfy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. I don't know how we do over here. It don't take long for the chat to get going. Yeah, say Trump keeps standing on business. But did he say that yesterday at the at the round table? That what I'm saying, we have some stuff in the pipeline. Now, I thought he was going over there. I didn't know old boy was coming over here. But let's see, it looks like we got 17 million in investments between energy, technology, and manufacturing. Looks like there's a $7 billion deal between Gulf Air and Boeing for new aircraft and engines. Looks like there's also going to be some partnerships with Oracle and Cisco. And looks like they are having a discussion in regards to commercial nuclear development and regional energy cooperation. This is in an effort to strengthen ties between the Middle East and the U.S. as far as economic collaborations go. Y'all know, because y'all know anytime somebody say something about the Middle East, folks getting their feelings. But I mean, again, them people over there, they use the internet just like we do. We gotta get on one of them planes with them Boeing jets to even get over there to see about the folk. Y'all know y'all love to go to Dubai. So I'm just saying, they really not that different from us. So I don't know when we're going to develop a different connotation towards them. That's all. And y'all know our president ain't never on time. I just came on so that everybody can get in and get comfy and be ready. Because when he come on, he come on. I'm here to tell you. What y'all been up to? It's early, y'all. I've been productive, so I'm tired. Child, I've been working my saying my job. Child, I got cups on the turner. I done my vinyl, got my vinyl together. So yeah, it's been busy. I already got my second coat of epoxy on, so it's gonna be busy. Put some content together for my other channels. So y'all definitely make sure y'all subscribe to the Hey Y'all podcast with Alma Eyes, and also to you got your delivery waiting to get unloaded. Okay, what city? Oh, you in Buford, child. You down there in GA? You in GA? You ain't that far from me, child. You down in that Georgia sun. I'm gonna let you handle it. That'd be a lot. That is a lot. That Georgia sun is not for the faint of heart. Trust me. Trust me. It is not. Not at all. Why are you laughing? That's real. That's real talk. That is real talk. Ain't no sun like Georgia sun. I don't care if you go to Vegas. I don't care if you go to Arizona. I like Ain't no sun like that Georgia sun. That shit is crazy. It be like that dry heat, humid heat, you know what I'm saying? Scorched earth heat all going on at the same time. Try to be too much. It's I feel like that Georgia sun worse than Florida sun. I love me some Florida sun. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. I need to go down there. I want to go to Tampa. Listen. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Florida can be a fool though. Yeah, I'm trying to get down the last little bit of this protein water. It is nasty. It tastes like powder. This ain't the mood. You was just in Tampa 2 weeks back. So you were supposed to come pick me up. You were supposed to come pick me up. I'd have flew home, but you know what I'm saying? You were supposed to let me catch that ride. I don't know. I might have to slide down there after Labor Day. Or actually go for Labor Day. I don't know. Child, I told y'all he ain't never on time. In the meantime, between time, did y'all see the impromptu press conference yesterday when he was trying to get on Air Force One to get over to the summit in Pittsburgh? Did y'all catch that? Child, it was a lot going on. Hold on, y'all. This will be the third time we done this. You know, to activate me. Shout Eddie Murphy. Shout out Murphy. Child. That's that child. That's back when comedy was worth something. Back when we had Eddie Murphy and Red Fox and Martin Lawrence and Eddie Griffin and Richard Pryor. So that's back when comedy was worth something. Yeah, it was her child. He got completely sidetracked, Eric. He got completely sidetracked. And he was like, you know what? Since I already done, you know what I'm saying, gone decided I'm about to step off, we're gonna go ahead and go full throttle. Child, he was like, He was like, bring it. Bring it. Give me about 5 minutes to finish up this speech and we can get it moving. I was like, oh Lord. Child, cause I didn't even see that. Child. It was too much going on. It was. Y'all ever looked at something online? You know what I'm saying? From somewhere that you purchased from previously, you get the little text message and you go in and see what's going on, but you don't put anything in your cart. Why did they send you like 17 text messages? Like if I wanted it, I would have went on and put it in the cart and bought it. Like I realized I was in there looking around, but like why we gotta keep what's going on, H Mob? Why I'll holler at y'all when I need you. Like it ain't deep. All right, here we go. About to get some action. Get some sound. Bahrain, child. He brought 17 with him. About the dollars. Oh, yeah. I could have kept all the way. None of that was yes. We got some scenery. Like, let me ask y'all this. If Trump called y'all up and was like, come to the White House, would you go? Like for real, would you go or would you, you know what I'm saying, be like, nah, I'm a pass, you know what I'm saying, out of some misplaced solidarity to folks that don't mean you no good. Mm. You would go, Eric? Yeah, I figured it. Have you because I got to call and check on him. Have you talked to Derek? I gotta wear the bad friend tag for a little while because I have not checked on him like I want to. Like every time I pick up the phone, something jump off. So yeah, I gotta wear the bad friend tag for a little bit. But Derek, if you listening, I'm sorry. I'm on live stream. Yeah. What you doing? Would you go? Would you go? Would you go? Yeah. Yeah, I would. It wouldn't even necessarily be to, necessarily because I'm, this big Trump fan and supporter. It, for real, the experience um would be the thing for me because going on the tour is one thing. Being a part of what's going on is something different. Okay, you say you talking to him, he's feeling under the weather the last few days. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check on him. I gotta wear the bad friend. I gotta wear the bad friend. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. Ain't that yet. Is it somebody? Is it he talking to somebody? Is that a woman? Like, God, what y'all doing? What's this? For a minute, it looked like they was dancing. Now it looked like she trying to take some selfies. Girl, get you a good selfie stick and quit playing. Y'all saw this one I want on TikTok shop, but they playing. I need them bring the prices down, especially because they're shipping out of hand. The shipping is half of what the item actually costs. I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing that at all. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I got to do. Let's go ahead. Okay, so we got some flag. We got some pomp and circumstance. Y'all know how we do. Yeah, being a part of what's going on was a completely different experience. So yeah, I definitely would be trying to see what's going on. Be good. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Mm. I wish you could hear. Sorry, come on. We need to be. Probably Coach Greg. That's probably Coach Greg. yeah, controversy, y'all. I be asleep. I don't know what's going on. What is supposed? What did she say that was supposed to be so controversial? Got something to do with black men, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to hate when you be looking for something and you can't find it, but you know when you went looking for it, it clearly was listed a couple of days ago. Clearly. Don't get aggravated. You ain't gonna work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I don't know where we're going with this. Are you serious? I'm not. Some shit myself. It's a foolishness. Honestly, I ain't about to do it. Y'all about to get on my nerves with this. Come on. Hey, Devno. We sorry. We sorry. Yeah, I feel like I want to go to Cold Stone, but that ain't in my best interest. Not at all. It sounds good. What she say? Iran is laughing at the U.S. and the West putting out propaganda saying they're working on nukes. Okay. So what's really going on over there? Yeah. He said Iran has had nukes for many years, same as Israel having undeclared nukes. I mean, I figured that. I mean, everybody got some stuff they ain't telling people about. I mean, you be crazy to, say, to show your entire hand. What's going on, MC? Hey! Thank you again for the song. America is willing to bleed in the Middle East as well. We have our popcorn and beer to watch the show. Oh, okay. Is that a bit dramatic, sir? Just a little bit, maybe. Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, well. Cancel Earnhardt. Okay. Long live King Trump. Just together. I'm doing too much. Do this together. Okay, that's the wrong. I have no idea. She said 9 European nations have been prepping while America is hitting the ferry trend. What Trump parade was that parody of parade? What? You talking about the parade he had for the military? They had a whole bunch of corporate sponsors that footed most of the bill. Is that the one you talking about? Oh, that's right. Okay, y'all dragging this out. Come on. Bad. Compare and contrast. Well, how about you handle that for us? Anybody want to come up and do this spreadsheet for me? Over this. Yesterday. My mission is to governance nationwide to restrict than deeds who are predictable and dangerous for personal interaction. Is that right? By who? If this lady is so incensed and she's not looking at the bigger picture, who's incensed? Georgia Bureau of Investigation has you listed as a demon. Call me Satan in the flesh. Okay. Y'all got a lot going on. That's a lot, sir. A lot going on. How'd you Satan in the flesh? That's a lot. Okay. Long live Commander Hillsburgs. Oh, we have a sighting. Okay, y'all pulling up. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? So am I pulling up, child? Y'all don't want to give me a suburban and see what happened. Y'all do not want to do that. You will never see me. Trust. All right, out. I am well. How are you? I'm trying to do 4 things at one time. Who the hell is this lady? And who mentioned ICE? Ain't nobody saying nothing about ICE. To calm down. Yeah, everybody's picture's not gonna look the same. Y'all gotta quit trying to tell people what they supposed to be seeing and what they supposed to be doing. Y'all gotta chill. So, okay, what you say? Once ICE finish fulfilling their needs, who you think is next on the menu? I guess whoever come back over here, but we're not gonna start all of that, you know what I'm saying? Black people getting, you know what I'm saying, getting deported and all that kind of nonsense, because you cannot deport somebody who was born U.S. soil. So I need y'all to cut that out. That's not how that works. And again, just so in order for it to be a gang, they all got to be together at the same time. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because you can definitely be gang affiliated and be off doing something else. That doesn't mean you still not gang affiliated. I gotta stop with the hysterics. Like, seriously. He said he was getting criminals out. Now, last time I checked, coming over here without the proper paperwork is illegal. And if you are practicing things that if you are practicing in things that are not legal, then that means you're a criminal. I'm just saying. It might not sound nice, but I mean, it is what it is. You come up, if the first thing you do is break the law to get here, then you kind of criminal. You tell the prince, first of all, Prince ain't bad looking neither. I was like, wait a minute. Like when I pulled him up, I was like, hold on. Let's try to get some of that sun on him. I was like, wait, Prince, he ain't looking bad. I don't know. I might have to go up there and see what's popping. Princey ain't looking bad at all. It's like, okay. So where Melania at? Y'all might want to watch her. That's what I'm glad. That's what I'm waiting on. Every other country enforces their immigration laws. This is what I'm talking about, Eric. But again, we the only ones over here, actually. We just watched the whole hour and a half of that over there on Messy with Sean Live. Shout out Big Sis. These folks literally blaming everybody for Jennifer getting stabbed at the McDonald's except the person who stabbed her. It's been everybody's fault down to McDonald's, the corporation. Like, it is ridiculous. So that's the type of country we in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never your fault until you do something against them. All of these talking about it ain't right, it ain't fair, this, that, and the fourth. I guarantee they, come snatch them up or drag them out their car, they be singing a different tune. You weren't even supposed to be here in the first place. No, you said let them stay, remember? But now, because you going through, now it's a problem. I need to quit playing. Would you say immigration is the least of America's issues? You think so? What's our number one issue? Healthcare. Okay, listen. Healthcare is honestly, I don't think it's gonna get any better until you get people to buy into the fact that they're gonna have to do some work and quit relying on medication. These people, you know what I'm saying, will take everything under the sun to keep from feeling and having to deal with anything. All this so-called depression and all this kind of nonsense. Now, y'all just don't want to put in no work. Feel what you feel and get it over with. The important thing is to feel. Yeah, that's good. You got to, you know what I'm saying, feel. And go through your cleansing process, because you know what I'm saying, once you process your initial emotion, then you can, you know what I'm saying, you can, your mind's clear, and you can, think and devise a plan to resolve the issue. But child, you know what I'm saying, you popping pills and drinking and going through all kind of nonsense to keep her feeling, you never resolve anything. So I think that's where we are right now. Like, you shouldn't be on so much medication that you can barely function. Like, I know people that's on disability because of all the medication they take for all these other so-called issues. But I'm like, if you just get all this out your system, you can get up and do something. You can actually get up and walk if you stop taking 5 different kinds of painkillers and 4 antidepressants. You for real to get up and go to work. But we got a lazy entitlement problem over here. What you say if you think he's gonna release those Epstein files? You got another thing coming. This presidency, our presidency. Was that supposed to be in all presidencies since John F. Kennedy have been corrupted? Is that what that was supposed to say? I mean, you might be on to something, but I mean, at this point, we got we got bigger fish to fry in that list. And my thing is, how do you really know what they give you is the truth? That's what I've been trying to figure out. How you really know that what they're giving you is the truth? That's, you know what I'm saying? Go. We in the AI era. They can go make up anything and bring it to you and be like, here you go. And don't be nowhere near what really happened. Nothing. So, I mean, at this point, like, again, folks supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, such morally upstanding citizens, and, you know, Trump is the devil and all this and all that. Y'all shall do want access to all the depraved and nasty ass info. Y'all can't wait to get your hands on that. Like hell. If it's locked away somewhere, let it stay locked away. If it exists. There's too many people saying that it really don't exist, and we already know. Because I'm just saying, like, good criminals ain't writing down nothing. I'm just saying. Hold on, we might be getting ready to get into something. Get us some audio. Child, real criminals ain't writing down nothing. So, again, if it is some files, they're probably from somebody else's point of view. So I don't want that no way. Hell, if you ain't got no video, keep it. That's where I'm at with it. But again, why I personally don't want to see none of that.
He's a smart, hardworking guy, so it's good to say hello to you. Congratulations.
Here we go.
We've had a tremendous relationship, I have personally, with Bahrain over the years, and has been a fantastic ally. And anything they needed, we helped them, and anything we needed, they helped us. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, including the
tell me what they care about those flight logs.
Military maneuver that anybody's seen probably in 50 years, which took place a few weeks ago, and Iran knocked out their entire potential nuclear capacity, and it was obliterated. You know, I used that term. They said, "Well, maybe that's too much." I said, "No." Turned out it was more than obliterated. They can't go back, and we're just really going to talk about some things, including trade. We're going to be discussing trade. We do a lot of trading with Bahrain, and we're going to have lunch after this, but we'll take some questions. At first, I'd like to ask the Crown Prince to say a couple of words. And,
okay.
He also has a father who's living and well and doing fantastically, as I understand it.
He is.
And somebody who's respected all over the Middle East and all over the world. And thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, one and all. It is indeed a great honor to be here on this fine morning to put into action the relationship that exists between our two countries. We will be discussing security issues. We'll be discussing trade and investment, which is very important. We're very happy to be announcing $17 billion worth of deals that are coming to the United States. And this is real. This isn't.
It's real money.
These aren't fake deals. These are real deals.
They don't have to borrow the money.
We don't have to borrow it. It's coming in. And it only builds upon a legacy that we're very proud of. We have had a relationship in the civil side between our two countries since 1893 and formally since 1948. So may it long continue, and we look forward to many, many more years of productive partnership. Thank you, Mr. President.
We will have
You honor us.
We will have that indeed. Many good years, and I'd say right now is your top year, and we appreciate the investment. It's a great. We left, as you know, Saudi Arabia. We were just there in Saudi Arabia, and Qatar was so great. Leader was great. We had UAE. We had a couple of other visits, but all great places, and we left with $5.1 trillion of investment, and they all want to be investing in the United States.
Sure.
We have, I think we have over $16 trillion of investment coming in, which is a record, and we're only a little bit into the year. And let's say the first 2 months, I sort of took it easy because we had to fix up the Oval Office. I had to devote my time to fixing it up. But now we had to fix up our country. So
And you had to fix it up, did
I
you?
think everyone is saying we have the hottest country now anywhere in the world. We were dead a year ago. We are a dead country. And now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And it's a great honor to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Any
On
questions?
Syria, comment on the developments in Syria at the moment.
Well, I can comment. I think I'll ask Marco to say a few words on Syria.
Yeah, it's complicated. Obviously, these are historic, long-time rivalries between different groups in the west of Syria, Bedouins, the Druze community, and it led to an unfortunate situation and a misunderstanding, it looks like, between the Israeli side and the Syrian side. So we've been engaged with them all morning long and all night long with both sides, and we think we're on our way towards a real de-escalation and then hopefully get back on track in helping Syria build a country and arriving at a situation there in the Middle East is far more stable. So in the next few hours, we hope to see some real progress to end what you've been seeing over the last couple hours.
Mr. President,
Mr. President, Jerome Powell, do you have plans, or if you're back considering firing Jerome Powell? And what's your justification if you're thinking about this to do this?
Too late. He's always been too late, hence his nickname, Too Late. He should have cut interest rates a long time ago. Europe has cut them 10 times in the short period of time, and we cut them none. The only time he cut them was just before the election to try and help Kamala or Biden, whoever the hell it was, because nobody really knew. Obviously, that didn't work, but he tried to cut them for the Democrats, Kamala. And how did that work out? You'll tell me. It didn't work out too well, did it? But I think he does a terrible job. He's costing us a lot of money. And we fight through it. It's almost,
Gotta go
the country's
on.
become so successful that it doesn't have a big impact, but it does hurt people wanting to get a mortgage. People want to buy a house. He's a terrible Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed. I was surprised, frankly, that Biden put him in and extended him, but they did. So, no, we're not planning on doing anything. We're very concerned. He's doing a little renovation for $2.5 billion of the Fed, building a renovation, and they have a close to $900 million cost overrun. And it's a shame. But the biggest cost overrun is the cost overrun for interest rates, because we should be paying 3 points lower, and we would save $1 trillion a year in interest if that were the case. And all it is the stroke of a pen. And that goes for his board too, because his board is not doing the job, because they should try and rein this guy in. So he's doing a lousy job, but no, I'm not talking about that. Fortunately, we get to make a change in the next, 8 months or so. And we'll pick somebody that's good, and we'll pick somebody. I just want a fair job. We want to see lower interest rates. Our country deserves it. We're making a lot of money. We're doing great as a country. We have no inflation, record stock market, record business, record everything. Everything's a record now. We had the worst inflation in history under Biden, and now we have almost no inflation. We've done a great job, and we should have the interest rates cut.
So you're saying the other day that Scott Bessent, you're so happy with him at Treasury that he's not your top option to replace Jerome Powell whenever that may be, whenever you decide what you want to do with him.
Scott's doing a very good job. I'm very happy with Scott.
Is Kevin Hassett on the top of your list?
Kevin's somebody we'd consider. Kevin is fantastic. We have a lot of good people for that job. It's not a tough job, to be honest. Assuming you're smart, it's not a tough job. If you're a dummy, then I guess it's a tough job.
Wow, he said you were done.
It might be one of the easiest jobs I've ever seen. And now on top of it, he's building a close to $3 billion little nest egg for himself. He's not doing the right job. Doing the right job. We should be saving $1 trillion a year in interest. When he talks about cost, we should be saving. Think of it, $1 trillion a year. Add that with the tariffs and everything else. But he just doesn't want. He's a knucklehead. But we'll see how that. We'll see how he's listening to this. That's a strange conversation. But we like to say it like it is. But we have a lot of people that want that job very badly. And I'm only interested in low interest people, frankly, because you don't need. I know So they had the 71 different economists and people experts that they picked about a month ago. I was the only one, along with one person from maybe the Wharton School of Finance. The two of us got it right. 69 people, including Powell, got it wrong. And he wants to hire thousands of new people to help him decide where we're going in the future. It only takes one good mind. It doesn't take 5,000 good minds. So they're expanding the Fed. It's the dumbest thing I've heard of, but it's very autonomous.
Just to follow up on that, sir, is there, are you
Hey, Marco.
ruling out the idea of firing Jerome Powell?
I don't rule out anything, but I think it's highly unlikely unless he has to leave for fraud. I mean, it's possible there's fraud involved with the $2.7 billion renovation. This is a renovation. How do you spend $2.7 billion? And he didn't have proper clearance, et cetera, et cetera. So that's going on. So there could be something to that, but I think he's not doing a good job. He's got a very easy job to do. You know what he has to do? Lower interest rates.
Have you drafted a letter to send to PayPal if you decide that you are going to fire him? Have you drafted a letter? So you didn't show a letter to Republican lawmakers last night?
No, I talked about the concept of fire him. I said, what do you think? Almost every one of them said I should. But I'm more conservative than they are.
No,
we talked about it. In fact, we had 11 of the 12 people here yesterday, for a very big bill having to do with crypto, et cetera, and other things. And all of the votes are going with us, every single vote. But during the conversation, when we were talking about it, I asked, what would you do about that? They all said would fire him.
Mr. President, thank you for taking my question, sir. You were in Pennsylvania yesterday. You unveiled $92 billion worth of investments. One of those jumped out, though, $15 billion in Homer City to build the largest natural gas power plant ever. I was at the rally where you told Homer City residents that you would not forget them when the biggest coal plant in Pennsylvania closed down. You delivered for them yesterday. What message do you have to those residents?
Well, I'm happy. Homer City, I was there and I said, I'm going to produce something. I don't know what, because they had shut down this massive coal plant, one of the biggest in the country. And it was just purchased by the gentleman that you met yesterday, very substantial man. I don't know if he's maybe not as substantial as you, I'm not sure, but he's pretty substantial. You know who I'm talking about. And they're going to spend billions of dollars on rebuilding it, and it's going to be the largest plant of its kind in the world, I believe, actually in the world, and it's going to be great. So we really fulfilled that promise to Homer City, but it's to Pennsylvania basically. I won Pennsylvania, and very conclusively won Pennsylvania. So I owe them a big debt of gratitude. But thank you for bringing that up. We raised 92. It's actually going over 100. So it'll be over $100 billion to be invested in Pennsylvania. It's Pennsylvania Energy Project. So we had, everybody was there. Larry Fink was there. I mean, everybody was there and done a great job. The senator did a great job. And we were very proud. That was a great meeting yesterday. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, for each of you, so for the Crown Prince, are you planning on taking any of the Patriot missiles that you're going to receive from the United States and divert those to help Ukraine?
We have no current plans, as we have an operational requirement inside Bahrain to keep them there for the present time.
He's got plenty of them too.
And Mr. President, on the fentanyl bill,
They're wonderful. They're wonderful pieces of kit.
They work very well.
American technology is the best.
Yep.
and on the fentanyl bill that you're
That's
signing.
maybe the most important part of this. He has his choice of everything, and we make the best military equipment by far in the
Bar
world.
none.
There's nothing close, right?
Bar none.
Thank you.
And on the fentanyl bill that you're signing today, do you hope that that's going to restart law enforcement cooperation with China on getting the fentanyl?
Yeah, I think China's been helping out. I mean, it's been a terrible situation for many years with fentanyl, but since I came here, we're talking to them, and they're making big steps. They're also, as you know, being penalized. You know that, right? they're being penalized with tariffs because of the fentanyl, but they want to do something. We'll see what happens.
Mr. President, I know.
Thank you, Mr. President. An American from Tampa was beaten to death. He was killed by Israeli settlers in the West Bank. He's been calling on you to help prosecute his killers. Are you going to do that? An American from Tampa?
Yeah, your first sentence is really, go ahead.
Okay, an American citizen from
Yeah.
Tampa, Florida, has been killed in the West Bank. His family has been asking on you to prosecute him. Are you going to help finding his?
Yeah, well, so first of all, have you seen yesterday, Ambassador Huckabee has asked the Israelis to conduct an investigation. We want to get all the information about who was involved. We protect all American citizens anywhere in the world, especially if they're unjustly murdered or killed. So we're gathering more information, but I hope you saw yesterday, Ambassador Huckabee in Israel asked the Israeli authorities to produce an investigation and concrete information about who was responsible for his murder.
They're reporting that tomorrow. We have a meeting on it. They're going to be reporting that to me. Yeah.
Do you think that
Folks ain't got no
Gulf area
patience.
is more secure? And do you believe that a negotiation with Iran is necessary at this stage?
Well, I definitely believe that the volatility of the situation has been reduced. And we didn't know where it was going to go on the Sunday. We were very glad when we found out on the Monday. Let me put it that way. And should the Iranians want to negotiate, I believe the ball's in their court. That is the true reality of where we stand today. They are the ones that stand to benefit from a negotiation.
And they do. They want to negotiate. They want to negotiate badly.
The price has been creeping up.
We're in no rush because, we said we could have made a deal. They should have made a deal.
Walmart tried to sell me some
And then we
$5
bombed the hell out of their
They know.
various places. We're in no rush, but if they want to negotiate, we're here. Yeah.
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney
Big
General
hoax.
told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you
No,
seen
it's
of
not the
that?
Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats
much
are
was
good
it
for nothing
pre-pandemic?
other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city. No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. Takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements, we've had a great gentleman. Yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. President, there's lots of reports coming into this meeting that you planned on firing Fed Chair Jay Powell, markets
Is that
reacted.
right? Those are reports, but they're not true.
So what would be useful to know, are you committed to picking someone from the outside? Are you going to interview individuals that are
So
on the
many
board
people
right
that
now?
want that job. I have people that I've known a long time. They're calling me, begging for the job. You know what you need there? A smart person with common sense, but you need a very smart person for that job. I think it's one of the easiest jobs in government. You show up once a month and you make a statement about where the economy is going, and we're going to raise or lower interest rates. It's probably the easiest job I've ever seen. That's why I'm trying to figure, why does he want to expand and add more people? He's going to add more economists to tell him what to do. But the economists, I was right. All the economists were wrong. They admitted it. They admitted it this morning. Quiet.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, on Jerome Powell, you mentioned fraud in an earlier answer. Are you saying you want to investigate the Fed chair for fraud related to this renovation?
Well, I think he's already under investigation. He spent far more money than he was supposed to on rebuilding. I didn't see him as being the kind of guy that would want to have parks, rooftop parks and everything else on top of buildings. But who wants to spend that money for the Fed? The Fed is supposed to sit there and say where interest rates are going and a couple of other very easy things to do. And he spent $2.5 billion. I think he's got some problems.
But Mr. President,
Thank you, sir. You also recorded a monthly surplus in the month of June, $27 billion.
$25 billion.
A ton of money with these new tariff rates coming into effect on August 1st. We're going to be bringing in even more tariff revenue specifically. How much revenue do you think we can consistently bring in from these tariffs? And how big of a game changer is this, not only for the economy, but also fiscal responsibility?
Well, we're going to be bringing in, already we've brought in over $100 billion. We'll be bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars. And the tariffs really haven't kicked in that much other than automobiles and steel. August 1st is a big day. August 1st is when very substantial money comes into our country. We've made deals with
Not substantial money.
great places.
That's my favorite kind.
We had one yesterday, that was announced. We have another one coming up, maybe with India. I don't know. We're in negotiation. When I send out a letter, that's a deal. In other words, that's a deal. They don't want to ever say that. Oh, how many deals have you made? The best deal we can make is to send out a letter. And the letter says that you'll pay 30%, 35%, 25%, 20%. In one case, 50%, Brazil. And because what they're doing to their former president is disgraceful. I know the former president, he fought like hell for the people of Brazil, that I can tell you. And I believe he's an honest man. I think what they're doing to him is terrible. So, we have some pretty good deals to announce, but every time we send out a letter, that's the deal. The big one really is going to be on the 150 countries that we're really not negotiating with, and they're smaller. We don't do much business with them. Because you have a lot of countries, you have over 200 countries, and a lot of people don't know this, but we'll have well over 150 countries that we're just going to send a notice of payment out, and the notice of payment is going to say what the tariff, and it's all going to be the same for everyone, for that group. They don't, they're not big countries, and they don't do that much business. It's not like the ones that we've agreed with, like China, like Japan, where we're negotiating with them, but I think probably we'll live by the letter with Japan. We're very close to a deal with India where they open it up. Indonesia yesterday it wasn't an open country, now it is. And they have tremendous copper, quality copper, and probably the most copper. And we made a deal with Indonesia. We pay no tariff, zero, and we have total access to trade. That's a phenomenal deal for our companies. And we've agreed with them, as you know, on 19%. They pay 19%. And it's a good deal for them. It's a good deal for us so in that case. But we have a number of them coming up. But overall, we're doing well, and we're taking in a lot of money, We have the number one, we have the most oil of any country in the world, even more than them, which is hard to believe. But we have a little larger piece of land, right?
We do, sir.
But
May it well be so.
we're number one in the world in oil, and we're drilling, and today it hit $64 a barrel, which is great. And that'll help stop wars, actually. If you want to know the truth, it's going to help stop wars. And we hope to get it down a little bit more. But we have oil down to $2, $2.25, $2.50 in numerous states. We hit one at $1.98 a gallon. And that's a great thing. That's one of the reasons that inflation.
I don't even gonna meet the $1.98 a gallon.
When you can do that.
I ain't been there yet.
What Biden did is he ended our policies, went to his policies. He didn't have a policy. Some lunatic around the desk had a policy. Whoever operated the auto pen had a policy, which is, by the way, I think the biggest scandal. That's the scandal they should be talking about, not Jeffrey Epstein. The scandal you should be talking about is the auto pen, because I think it's the biggest scandal one of them in American history. So the economy is doing really well, and people are seeing it. Yeah.
Will you ask Attorney General Pam Bondi to release more documents to finally put this controversy to bed?
You know, whatever's credible, she can release. If a document is credible, if a document's there that is credible, she can release. I think it's good. But it's just really, it's just a subject. He's dead. He's gone, and all it is the Republicans. Certain Republicans got duped by the Democrats, and they're following a Democrat playbook, and no different than Russia, and all the other hoaxes there. In this case, I was surprised, but they got duped.
Have you talked about it with her last witness?
President, first of all, your high-ranking officials, whether it's been your FBI director or Pam Bondi, they have made some
Him, but I can say that Pam Bondi, I really think that she's done very good. She says, I gave you all the credible information. And if she finds any more credible information, she'll give that too. What more can she do than that? I mean, honestly, what more can she do? And we do have bigger problems. You know, we have problems with millions of illegal people that came in here, and they're killers and murderers. We have 11,888 murderers that were allowed into our country by Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden, to do something about it. She's got a lot of things she's working on. And, you know, it's very sad that somebody can be waylaid, that just get waylaid, but I think she's doing a great job.
This morning, you mentioned past supporters when you were talking about the Epstein issue. Does that mean that you're effectively disowning any supporters who are now?
I lost a lot of faith in certain people. Yeah, I lost because they got duped by the Democrats. The Democrats are good for our country. If I didn't get elected, all these numbers you're hearing about, they found $25 billion and another 25 is coming in, and hundreds of billions of dollars is pouring into our country. And we just got the biggest tax cut in history. We just got the biggest regulation cuts in history. There'll be no tax on tips. There'll be no tax on so many other things. You're allowed to deduct your interest from a car payment. That's never happened before. You borrow interest. You borrow money to buy a car if the car is made in America. And by the way, factories are being built all over America, car factories, AI factories, but you get a deduction on your interest. Nobody ever thought of that before. It never happened before. And, you know, these are one of the greatest pieces of legislation ever in this country. And the Democrats have nothing to combat it. So they say, oh, it's death. Oh, that's good. And then they give it to the fake news, which is you and a few others. And the fake news talks about the bill is death. The bill is actually incredible. Look at the results already. So we have $16 trillion being invested in our country. And this great gentleman and his family just came in with another billions of dollars. And if he didn't like the country, if he didn't like where we were going, he's very smart. He'd come, maybe he wouldn't even come. I think maybe he wouldn't even come. You'd save your time. But, you know, it's one of those things. But if he didn't like where this country was, he wouldn't be investing billions of dollars in this country. But think of it, $16 trillion, more than has ever been even contemplated before. And we haven't even started yet. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the success. And the Democrats have nothing to show for what they do. They almost destroyed. They allowed 25 million people to come into our country, gang members, jailbirds, from all over the world, not South America, from all over the world. They allowed them to come into our, walk right through. They couldn't come into your country. They couldn't come into any country in the world except our country. And they came in from the worst places, gang members, drug dealers. They all came in turn it off, please. Something about it. We have it under check right now.
Tell them to turn it off.
We got rid of a lot of the murderers already. Some of them we put in our prisons because they're so bad we don't want to take a chance in putting them in a foreign prison, have them come back. But we've done a great job. Our country's in great. And it's true what the king said, what a lot of people said. We were a dead country. 1 year ago, we were a dead country. We were laughed at all over the world. We had Afghanistan with that horrible embarrassment. What happened with Russia and Ukraine, that should have never happened. Look what happened with Israel. That would have never happened. Hamas had no money. Iran had no money. There was no money to do an attack like that. All these things that happened that wouldn't have happened if you had good leadership. And that's what you should be talking about. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great. So I have a press briefing later on today. What you say? Clinton brought attention by signing that first bill about homelessness. It has turned into a money marketing machine.
From Missouri. Mr. President, I rise today in strong support of President Trump's rescission package.
Ben's had to catch tiebreaker on that. Trump must focus on the USA, not Russia, Iran, Israel, etc. Yeah, this the homelessness situation is out of control. And it is for real out of control, especially where I live, y'all. Places it is way too much. Like I take they are everywhere. Everywhere. So yes, somebody need to do something. We don't need to be worrying about nobody else until we get that under control. Yes. Make no sense at all. He said loaded, not so much. He's focused on other countries. It's just that other countries have money's tied to the U.S. We broke. He's trying to build the economy. Real for real. That's what he's saying. But yeah, I mean, we do need to do something about our national, you'll say worldwide for some. Excuse me, y'all, because your child rep is not what it needs to be. It's not what it getting the respect that we used to get. So he's trying to do something about that. Trying to see. All right there. So yeah, we got 17 billion coming in agreements and contracts and partnerships. Let's keep it real. Look at how it's beautiful. Why are we not looking like that? You want a real answer to that? Or you want the fluff version? First, things that we do over here in America, those other countries don't do. Like you're saying they don't put a whole bunch of additives in plastic and all that kind of stuff in their food. So it's literally you get out what you put in. If your people good, then you're saying they got make sure that the land is good, which in turn keeps them doing good because the land is producing the food that they eat. But we over here is we gonna make it as fast as possible, as cheap as possible, which usually is done with a bunch of chemicals. So since you using chemicals, them chemicals come out of us, it goes into the land. You know, we always dumping something somewhere. Like where I live, we've had a problem with the power company dumping coal ash for like 6 years. This actually started before the pandemic, and they still finding sites where they, you know what I'm saying, was dumping way before that. So now stuff is contaminated because of the, you know what I'm saying, the coal ash. So yeah, that's why our country don't look like these other ones, because we doing a bunch of stuff. You said we don't have any money invested in our country at all. Trump is telling you the truth. You guys have the whole our economy up. We have no money invested in the U.S. and we need to build it up. I mean, but again, we need to stop comparing ourselves to China, because we ain't never gone. We got too much work to do to be on that level. We got way too much work saying a bunch of, you know, complaining. And I'm not gonna listen to anything you got to say because I don't like you. They don't fly in other countries. That's another thing. That type of thing at all. It's a no-go. But over here, that seems to be, you know what I'm saying, that's the standard operating procedure. Okay, I'm doing with these until I finish this. So I mean, we got if we want to be like other countries, we gotta look at what, you know what I'm saying, how they move. We gotta look at how they move. We don't move the same at all. I mean, the biggest thing is the family. Family, we got 15 definitions of what a family, got one version of what a family is. One. What you say? We have been fighting each other in this country for so many centuries when we should have been building and helping one another. I don't know. We got I'm only worried about me and mine. That right there is a problem. So we get that together. See, the US doesn't promote staying together as one. It promotes, you know what I'm saying, division and separation. You got this group over here, this group over there, that group over there doing something else. Then you got another group 5 miles down the road that's doing something completely different. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath, you know what I'm saying, looking for us to, you know what I'm saying, pull it together until we do something about that. Till we get that together, the rest is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That what's important to you now. If you know what I'm saying, now it is something you can, you know, change on a local level. So, you know, maybe we start on a local level and then just, you know what I'm saying, let it grow from there. But yeah, we too far we all different to be talking about we stand as one. So that's what's going on with that at a later date. But I do appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all had some good comments. I appreciate y'all in the chat. Make sure you have hit the like button subscribe if you have not. I think our president gonna be back later on today signing something, but I don't know if we're gonna get to it. I'll try. I gotta see what the rest of my afternoon looking like. So I had to move always something to talk about over here. Again, I appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see y'all later. Bye.